Hello everyone, this is Admin George from Pageant Empress and I have a special guest with me all the way from Puerto Rico. Well, technically Orlando in the United States, but he's from Puerto Rico. Hello, Oscar.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for having me.
I'm good. The reason I invited you for this special video is because, like I said, you're from Puerto Rico and this video is about the Latin American delegates competing at the 70th Miss Universe. It's in less than a month. We're going to get a new Miss Universe.
Crazy, crazy.
How do you feel? Because remember the last time we did a video, that was the 2020 edition, which was I think in
Yeah,
May, right?
yeah,
Less than a year.
yeah. It was less than a year ago. I mean, it's just crazy how fast time goes by. You know what I mean? Like we wait for this for so long, because of the pandemic, and then now it's here. I mean, for a lot of, just not just 2021, but 2020.
Yeah. Yep.
And a lot of countries are now having they had their national pageants, which is something that we waited for a really long time. So it's really exciting. Um, a new Miss Universe is going to be crowned in less than a month. So that's amazing.
Yes. We're already like halfway through November, which is it's insane. And there are
Crazy.
other pageants too, but especially for Miss Universe, girls have they have to fly to Israel ASAP now.
Yes. I mean, like next week, I think. So
Yes. So, like I said, this video is especially for the Latin American countries. We have 15 delegates, and there are actually more than 15, but we're only focusing on the girls whose profile has been updated on the Miss Universe website. So it looks more official, and they have the information has been updated by the Miss Universe organization.
correct.
So let me show you this. Stop this. Let me know if you can see the website. Is it showing?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Let's do this. All right, okay, sure. So as we can see, this is the official Miss Universe website, and we'll be starting in alphabetical order, which means Argentina is the first country.
Yep.
Julieta Garcia. I'll just give a little bit of information about her, then we can talk about what we think of her. So it says
Sure.
here, Julieta is extremely persevering and a focused person, and she's passionate about studying about human behavior. So she has done her education through psychology. So what do you think of Miss Argentina, Julieta Garcia?
Right. So I really can only speak, I feel, to what I've seen in social media. Obviously, we don't really know these girls a little better until we see them arrive at Miss Universe. I think she has a stunning face. I really do think that she has a
Absolutely.
very beautiful model-esque type face, but she doesn't transmit too much to me. I don't know if I explained myself well, but I just feel like I don't get a lot from her when I've seen her in videos. I
Right.
could be completely wrong. She could prove me completely wrong, but my first impression was very beautiful girl. I don't get really a lot from her.
Yeah, even I remember watching her crowning. I think she was appointed, right? And
Yeah,
I remember seeing her crowning video, and for me, it was a little bit like stiff. I'm not sure if it's
yeah.
because she was too excited or maybe it's the nerves, but for me, like she came across a little bit stiff,
Hmm.
and that was my first impression of actually ever seeing her. It was an Instagram video, so I just hope that she kind of eases down a bit because I know she's being trained by Mr. Osmo Sosa, right, the
Yep,
Queen Maker. So
correct.
there's a lot of expectation for her to do well because Argentina did make top 20 last edition.
Hmm.
And yeah, if you have to give her scores out of 10, so 10 being that you think she could win, how much would you give her out of 10 to Miss Argentina?
Um, just because right now I see her as an average candidate. I'm not saying that her beauty's average, but an average candidate, I would give her a 5. I think average is
5 out of 10.
yeah.
All right. Let me just put it
Sorry if
here.
I'm brutal.
I also think she's maybe a 5.5 because
Yeah,
I think that there's a lot of potential. Like you said, she's beautiful,
yeah,
right? Like she's extremely stunning, but I feel like we have not seen her full potential yet. I feel like there's
right.
still so much that her team could do in order to, make all us international fans appeal to her.
Excited.
So now
Yeah.
let's move to the second delegate. Do let me know if I'm incorrect because I did send you the list. Just so you
No, no,
know
it's okay. Yeah.
we're in correct order. Okay, the second one after her. Okay, which country is this? Bolivia. All right. So the second one is Bolivia. Her name
Mhm.
is Nahemi and Antelo. I'm so sorry, guys, if I'm mispronouncing her name.
Nahemi Uequin Antelo. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, she's 20 years old. I think she's one of the youngest girls. And in here it
Mhm.
says that she went to German school. So it means she studied abroad in Germany. So she
Mhm.
has an international school, right? She like managed to study abroad. And I
Right.
believe she also has done quite a lot of fashion shows, which says on her profile. So she has done quite a bit of fashion week in different countries. Personally, I have to say, I think she's absolutely stunning. Like
Mhm.
when I saw her win, like the photo of her getting crowned, I thought, wow, now that's a Miss Universe candidate right there. She
Yeah.
was absolutely stunning. I don't know much about her communication skills because I have actually not heard her speak, at least English, because I don't understand Spanish. So I don't know how her communication side is, but just basing on her appeal, how physique wise, I think she's a really strong delegate, especially in this official portrait. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the portraits like absolutely spectacular. I remember when she won, I had to post about her because even though
Yep.
I am Latin Puerto Rican, I mostly post about Puerto Rican girls, but I
Mhm.
do also post about other candidates from other countries. In this case, Nahemi is just one of the best faces of the competition, I think, this year. She reminds me a lot of Miss World 2016, Stephanie Del Valle. Every once in a while,
Yes.
I look at her in some different angles, and she just reminds me a lot of Stephanie. Um,
Yep.
but she's very beautiful. I mean, very beautiful. And I have heard her speaking Spanish, and she does radiate a lot of sweetness. I think she's
Right.
very sweet. Um, Definitely love to see Bolivia popping out of nowhere like this and just being like, "Hey, I'm here. Look at my face.
Yeah.
I'm gorgeous," and coming for the crown.
Yeah. I agree. Like you said, in Latin American, we kind of, at least for us international fans, we tend to kind of focus more on Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela. Like those are like the holy
Right.
trinity of the Latin America. So it would be nice to see like a Bolivia, a country which we don't really see often in Miss Universe placing. So
Absolutely.
let's see. How much would you give her out of 10 in terms of, yeah,
Um,
for Miss Universe? Yes.
this is a little difficult because I really like her and I don't want my sorry, the connection was breaking up a little bit there. I would say that I would give her an 8.5.
8.5. Okay. That's a nice number.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 8.5. I think she's headed in the right direction. I just need a little bit more from her. There's
Yep.
only a couple of weeks, a week maybe left of the, before the competition starts. So I need to see a little bit more.
Yep, I agree. I'll give her 8 because, like I said, I don't know. I'm not sure about her communication skills. At
Right.
least, you did kind of confirm, but I'm not sure about it because I haven't witnessed it. So I'll give her 8 out of 10, and that is because, like I said, she is a Miss Universe level. Like when I saw her crowning,
Yeah.
I said that's a Miss Universe delegate. So
Yeah.
she gets an 8 from me. Let
Awesome.
me put that down. All right, that's we started in a high note. So
Yeah,
other
we did. We
delegates,
did. There's a
no
lot of girls to
pressure.
cover. So
Yeah. So next is very recently crowned Miss Brazil. Teresa Santos. Her name
yep.
kind of sounds Spanish. Is it just me, the last name?
Yes, definitely it's Spanish. I mean, she could be from, have family from another Latin country. So,
Yeah,
um,
could be.
but yeah,
So her education says she's in the last year of psychology student and she's an entrepreneur who has a jewelry business and she was born and raised in the northeast of Brazil and she's very much in contact with nature and she believes in sustainability. So I think it's very fitted of this year's Miss Universe theme. So yeah, what do you have to say
absolutely.
about her? Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's okay. I think she's one of them, again, one of the most beautiful candidates for Miss Universe this year. I think she's like one of the, if not the main frontrunner blonde candidate this year. Um,
Absolutely.
I just think she's just extremely charming. She was recently crowned, as you said, so I don't
Yep.
know a ton about her, but I did see her reaction video, and I thought it was really sweet. Her reaction was really sweet. She's just gorgeous. I mean, she's just beautiful.
Absolutely. And like I have to definitely agree with you when you said she's definitely one of the best blonde candidate for this year's Miss Universe. Because I remember seeing I think it was kind of strange because I was following Miss U updates on Instagram. And I think they
Hmm.
had like different types of crowning, right? Like they were like three different girls getting crowned. I forgot like it
Yes,
was not just one girl getting crowned. So I think it was a bit strange, but it's nice to see that, like everyone got a moment, I guess, to shine. It kind of reminded me of
right.
Drag Race.
Yes, exactly. They did it like RuPaul's Drag Race, where they record everybody winning, and then there's just
Yeah.
like one girl that wins, the reveal. I loved it. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting because we don't see that, right, in pageantry. It's
Right,
just live event, and one girl gets that crown, or at least
right.
gets announced as the winner. So I thought that was interesting. Just talking about Teresa, absolutely stunning. I actually do not know how she sounds like again. I feel like
Mhm.
the girls with the Latin country for me, obviously, because I cannot understand Spanish. It could
Right.
be the communication, could be for me the barrier. But just basing on her profile, what I can see on the website, as well as her beauty, she's absolutely stunning. I'll
Yes.
definitely give her, let's give her, is 9 too early to give? What do you think?
I don't think so because we're doing like decimals, so there's still
All
9.5
right.
and a 10. But I agree with you.
Okay.
I would give her a 9.
I'll give her 9 as well because I think
Yeah.
like just based on the face value, she's absolutely stunning. And Brazil did so well last year. Remember,
Oh,
Brazil was the first
absolutely.
runner-up. So I
Yeah.
have a huge expectation from this year's Miss Brazil. All right, let's
Agreed.
look forward to the next delegate. Okay, after Brazil, we have Chile. Okay.
Chile.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So Miss Chile, her name is Antonia Figuera, 25 years old, and it says here her bio says that okay, she likes playing violin and she likes to teach this class, and she has mastered in 4 different languages. So she is quadro. I don't even know what's that word. 4 different languages.
Quadro something.
Yeah, because 2 words is like 2 languages is bilingual, right? So she
What?
mastered 4 different languages. And fun fact, I don't know if you know this, but her name Antonia Ann, and her country, when she actually introduced herself, it sounds like Ann Chile, Miss Thailand.
Oh,
And she
wow.
has gone viral because of that.
That's so
It's really
funny.
funny. So, what do you think of Miss Shelley, this year's Miss Shelley?
She radiates a lot of like freshness and youth, and I
Uh huh.
really I really like that. I think that she's a very pretty girl. I don't know a ton about her, but from
Right.
what I've read and what I've seen on social media, it sounds like she is a um, very prepared candidate.
Yep.
She has a good background. Um,
Yes.
I don't know if the continent is going to come back. You know how they did,
Continent
2015 or
system.
20. Right, right.
Right.
I don't know if it's going to come back, but I think it's going to be again very difficult for the Latin countries to take a spot in the top five, of the Latin or the Americas, or maybe a
Right.
wild card spot. It's just going
Uh-huh.
to be really difficult because honestly, there's so many of them that I think are
Yes.
worthy of that spot. So I do like Antonia. Again, I need to see more of her.
Yep.
And I am sure we'll see more during the competition, but I think she looks very young and fresh, and I really like that about her. And she's one of the
I
fresher
agree.
faces from America this year.
Definitely. I'm not sure you watched her Instagram live. She did an Instagram live with Philippines, Thailand, and Colombia. So they did like get to know each other for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
I watched that, and it was Miss Chile, Miss Universe Chile organization who initiated. So I thought that was a really lovely gesture, just to get to know the girls
Hmm.
before they actually arrive in Israel.
Of
And I
course.
must say, I was truly surprised with Miss Antonia because she was so well spoken,
Hmm.
and like she's like the profile said, she speaks 4 different languages. She was
Right.
super fluent in English, and I'm really impressed by her. So I will not be surprised if she plays in top 20 this year because she's very articulate, well spoken, and
Hmm.
Chile is a country we don't really see much in Miss Universe, but it'd be really
Right.
nice to see a fresher new country placing. And like you said, she's radiating, right? She's
Yeah.
glowing. So how
I
much would you
think that
give her?
Chile is a country that
Mm-hmm.
they garner a lot of like fans around the world, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't
Yep.
seem to do, at least the last couple of years, but they don't seem to,
Yep.
do great at Miss Universe again, at least the last couple of
Yeah.
years. But people love them. People love,
Yep. I agree.
Geraldine, and then last year. So I think
Yep.
she has a good opportunity, especially if she's eloquently, well spoken, and
Yes.
she does well with communication. For now, I'm gonna give her a 7.
7 out of 10.
Yeah,
I think that's a safe number to give, yeah. And
yeah,
I'll give her, let's go for 7.5 because
okay,
I was really impressed by her because I had not much expectation because like
yeah,
I said, she's from a little bit lesser known country like Chile, so I didn't really
right.
have high expectation, but she truly impressed me with the communication skills, and I will not be surprised if she's one of the wild card entry for this year's Miss Universe.
For sure.
All right, let's move forward. After Chile, we have fan favorite. We have recently crowned Miss Colombia, Valerie
Yes.
Ayos, 27. She is a well-known face in pageantry. She has competed in many pageants.
Hmm.
And her background says, let me just read her background. Okay, she says she's a professional in international relations and she has received a diploma in marketing and strategy from United States. So what do you have to say? Because a lot of people love her, Miss Colombia. What do you
She
have
was
to say
my
about her?
favorite for Miss Universe Colombia. She was my absolute favorites for Miss Universe Colombia. I think that
Right.
her beauty is absolutely stunning, and
Mm-hmm.
I did not like the portrait, the official picture. Honestly, I don't think it does her justice. I think it's just not up to par with her beauty. But I
Right.
love Valeria. Valeria is, I mean, Colombia is coming
Wow.
out strong this year again. A lot stronger, I think, than
Absolutely.
last year. I think Valeria has a really good chance to do really well at Miss Universe.
I agree. I feel like Colombia said, you know what, we're not holding back this year because remember before in 2015, 16, and I forgot, was it 17? They were consistently in top three, right? Like they were like
Yes,
first runner up, I think second runner up. I was like, wow, like Colombia, you are
right.
placing really high. So for me, Valeria, because I have been following her for a while, I know she competed in Miss Earth and other pageants. So she's very well-rounded candidate. And I feel like
Hmm.
she's like the perfect, if I had to say, like, think of one of the perfect delegate for Miss Universe this year, I feel like Valeria would be one of them. She is the
Hmm.
perfect age, 27. She's quite mature. She has finished education, and like I said, I feel like she's a full
She's
package. And
charming.
I will not be surprised if she ends up getting the crown if Latin
Yeah.
America wins this time again. So I'll give her 9.5, which is quite a high score for me.
Wow.
How much
Okay.
would you give her?
Yeah. I mean, I was like, should we like break it more in decimals, like 9.27, like 9.25, or
Sure.
yeah, you know what I mean, like 9 point whatever,
Yeah.
92.5. I don't know. It's just like I really like her. I just don't know if I see her yet winning the crown.
Okay.
I need to see her more in English. I'm sure she
Right,
speaks it
right.
well and all these different things, but I
Yeah.
need to see her more now in Spanish. The way that she presents herself, the way that she
Mhm.
just what she radiates is absolutely
Right.
stunning. And I love her. Like I loved her Miss Universe Colombia. She was my winner from the beginning. I would give her
Right.
9.25.
2.5. Okay. I'll write
Yeah.
that down. Yeah, that's quite a high score. I
But
think
I
this is
mean,
the
I
highest you
I
have
can
given so
definitely see
far.
her top 5, top 3, possibly winning it.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah, because she's from Colombia, first of all. And Colombia, like I said, they have been acing Miss Universe for
Yeah.
the past few years. So let's move forward after Colombia. Costa Rica is the next one. Oh, another girl name, same name, Valeria, but her last name is Rees. Valeria Rees.
Yes.
She's 28 years old, and she says she's a businesswoman who likes to motivate other young women to embrace their talent and power. Um, oh, and she has graduated with law, so lawyer, future lawyer, and she has background in psychology. Is it just me? A lot of girls have psychology backgrounds.
Yeah.
Is this a
A
common
lot of a
thing?
lot of girls do have psychology backgrounds.
Go on. What do you think of Miss Costa Rica?
I love her. Absolutely love her. I think she's a bombshell. I think she was honestly my favorite for Miss Universe Costa Rica last 2020.
Mm,
She was my favorite to win that contest, and even though I ended up really liking 2020's delegate,
yep.
she was
Yep.
my winner for 2020 at Miss Universe Costa Rica.
Mm,
Valeria is super sweet. I have had the chance to speak to her on Instagram on various
mm,
occasions, and she's always kind of like on the lookout for, like,
right.
I don't know, just a conversation with somebody that's a positive energy, like just a positive person, and
Yep.
I've always been that with her. So I really like her. I really like her. um I think that Costa Rica is coming strong again this year. And I
Yep.
will say that Costa Rica last year shut me up completely. I'm not saying that I thought she was a bad candidate, but I just didn't think that she was going to do as well as she did. And when I saw her at
Yeah.
Miss Universe, I thought she almost pretty much deserved a top 5 as well. Like I really, really loved last year.
Absolutely.
She
Yeah.
did an amazing job. And I think Valeria is, they're not, I hate to say downgrading because some people use that term to like say, do you think they'll perform better? But I think that Costa
Mm,
Rica has a chance of performing the same as last year or possibly a
yep.
little better.
Yeah. And like I said, nothing against Costa Rica, but last year, before we saw the Prumley competition, I didn't really
Right.
have much expectation from Miss Costa Rica, but that girl performed so well. Like that red gown, I was like, wow. I was
Gorgeous.
surprised. Like, I was, you know what? I would not mind if she even made it to the top five because she was that strong. Her
Yeah.
swimsuit was spectacular. I mean, her body is insane, and I don't know what they eat in Costa Rica because these girls have incredible body, great height,
They
and
really
she looked like
do.
a supermodel. Like I was like,
Yeah.
where did she come from? Like I had no expectation like that from Costa Rica. I was like, wow. I hope no one is like offended by it. I just meant in
No,
a good way
yeah.
because it was a pleasant surprise. And once again, Valeria,
Of
I think she
course.
is. Let me double check her height. I think she's 5'10", 5'9", which means she's quite tall, statuesque. And I've
Yeah.
seen a performance in Miss Costa Rica. She was the first runner-up, right? So she has
Yeah.
great stage presence. And once again, she's 28, which means she has completed
Good
education
age. Yep.
and she's a good age for Miss Universe. So I would say maybe top 10 or top 5. I'll be happy with her. How much would you
Yeah.
give her out of 10?
I think I'll give her an 8.25 for now.
8.25.
Yeah. I wanna see more. And again, all of this can change when we see them
Yep.
in the competition because we all know it is completely
Yes.
different when you see them together competing.
Yeah, I agree. I'll give her, let's go for 8 for now. Because I
Okay.
still want to see much more from her. I see
Yes.
potential, but I feel like you said, anything can happen during the Preliminary competition, right? So let's
Absolutely.
move forward. After Costa Rica, we have Ecuador.
Mhm.
So E. Susy Mendoza,
Mhm.
24 years old. It says, okay, another law graduate. And also, she's a medical student, currently studying medicine. And she has developed in the artistic world, learning arts such as playing piano, and she likes singing. And her advocate is regarding the eye health and care. So, what do you think of Miss Ecuador?
I think she's a pretty girl. I just, again, it's just such a difficult fight, and this is honestly with several different girls, in the next few countries that we're going to talk about. It's just really difficult because I feel like there are countries in Latin America that are opposite, like they're opposite of like Colombia, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, where they
Yeah.
send that like they don't. I don't know. I feel like they just don't put in that much in preparation and
Right.
preparing these girls, and unfortunately, I just don't see her as a candidate that can really perform to the level of top 20, top 15, 10, 5. You know, um, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that she's ugly. She's not. She's a pretty girl, but I just don't see her overall packaging classifying at Miss Universe.
Yeah, like I don't want to sound negative or anything, but
Of
I like I
course.
said, I completely agree with you because this is the Olympics of pageantry, right? Miss Universe is
Mm-hmm.
like the top tier of international pageant. I feel that maybe for this year the batch is too strong for me. I feel so.
Yeah.
If it was a different year, I think she could maybe place in top 20. But this
Yeah.
year, I'm not so sure.
Right.
And I hope this doesn't offend anyone. It's just that
Yes,
there's
please.
such a strong batch, especially from this region. Latin
Mm-hmm.
America are sending stellar girls, Colombia, Venezuela, Puerto Rico. So hopefully she can surprise us maybe with a
Right.
performance during Plumé. We don't know, right? Because we don't know how she performs. At least I don't know how she performs. So hopefully she, says, you know what, I'm going to perform the best, and she
Yeah.
gives a stellar performance. Who knows?
And she
How
shuts me
much will you
up.
give her?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's not it's not to talk about. It's not like
Yeah.
talking bad about these girls. It's just
No.
unfortunately there's only 20 that are going to classify.
Yeah.
We can't say the same
Yeah.
thing about all of them because it's just not going to
Yeah.
happen, no matter how much we want to. So
I agree. How much will you give her scores out of 10 then?
I will give her a 4.5.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. I also give her 4. I think 4 is okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to another E. So we have El Salvador.
Yep.
Let's go back. Hold on. E. Okay, all right, next. All right. So Miss El Salvador, her name is Alexandra Gavidia, 25 years old. It says here that, let's see, profession. Okay, so she has a background in public administration and she's into politics. And it says here that she has been helping the LGBTQIA plus communities, women who do sex work, and liberating people, especially people who are living through HIV and AIDS. So I feel like her advocacy is very relevant to Miss
Mhm.
Universe, just basing on her profile. So, what do you think of Miss El Salvador?
Yeah, it's an amazing. I mean, I love that because I feel like a lot of people hear sex workers and they don't,
Mhm.
like they don't condone of that. Obviously, everybody thinks
Right.
different, but the fact that that's one
Yep.
of her advocacies
Yep.
to support them, I think that's amazing. She's a pretty girl. Again, it's same thing that happens with Miss Ecuador. Unfortunately, I don't
Hmm.
see her as a strong candidate. We know well that all of these girls, all of these women are
Absolutely. Yeah.
very well prepared.
Yeah.
So, you know, we need a whole like a total package, and unfortunately, I don't see it in her.
Yeah, unfortunately, I also don't see much from her. I feel like it's, like you said, similar to Ecuador. It's a smaller country, and if you are a smaller country, right, you really need to send a delegate who could, everyone could, let's say Paraguay, right?
Right.
Everyone is talking about Paraguay. The moment she got crowned,
Mm-hmm.
everyone is talking about her. Even the big pages, they're going crazy over her. So I feel like she's a
Yeah,
pretty girl. She's a cute girl. Nothing wrong with El Salvador, but she's doing great. Her advocacy is great. So I wish her all the best. And it's great to see that beauty queens are supporting people from LGBTQI community, people living with AIDS. So I wish her all the best. And how much would you give
absolutely.
her out of 10 to Miss El Salvador?
I would give her again another 4.5. I think.
Yeah, I think it's decent. I'll give her a little bit higher than that because she has a great advocacy. I'll give her maybe five.
Okay.
Five is okay for her. Okay, let's move forward to Let me see. Guatemala. So let's
Yes.
go to profile. G. Oh, there you go. Miss Guatemala. Her name is Dania Guevara. Okay, she's 24 years old, and it says here that she likes. Okay, she's really into sports. She has won a lot of sporting competition like basketball and karate, and yeah, it says that she had a really difficult childhood. So she has gone through a lot of. I don't know if I
Childhood
can say that
trauma.
word.
Yeah.
Yeah, traumatic childhood. So she has been helping children with violence, like you know, uh, domestic
Domestic
violence. That's it.
violence. Yes.
That's it. Yeah. What do you think of Miss Guatemala?
I think she's very cute. I think she's a pretty girl. Once
Mm-hmm.
again, the same story as the previous two countries. I just don't see her really placing at Miss Universe this year.
Mm-hmm.
I believe she was Miss Grand Guatemala 2019, and I think that
Okay.
she needs to control her runway if she's gonna. Um, I feel like be liked for by the Miss Universe organization because there's so
Mm-hmm.
completely different pageants, and I'm not saying there's a right way of doing things or a wrong way,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but for what I saw on Miss Grand, it was just not like Miss Universe caliber, So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I would again stick by my 4.5. I feel like that's a good number for. I don't think they're going to
All right.
classify, but they could possibly surprise me.
Yeah, it's possible. I completely think what you just said is completely valid in terms of different international pageants have different criteria of what they
Right.
look for in the winner, right? You could maybe, let's say, top two. You could be a runner-up in Miss Grand. You could be top three in Miss World. Doesn't mean you will win,
Right.
right? It doesn't mean you will win Miss Universe because they're looking for different criteria from each of the international pageants. So I don't really remember her much, to be honest, from Miss Grand,
Mm-hmm.
even though I do follow Miss Grand much. So I want her to impress us with her stage presence because it has been 2 years, right? 2019.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know how her presence was, stage presence was, but hope she improved within the 2 years. I'll also give her 4.5 to Miss Guatemala.
Yes.
Let's move on to okay now this one is a heavy one
Yeah.
because she is from the reigning country of Miss
Yes.
Universe, so it's
Yeah.
Mexico. Let's go to profile M. Deborah Halal. She's 25 years old. She says she's a dreamer and she dedicates her work for more than 5 years on a social project called One Purpose, which she inspires and connects with marginalized people to develop about more united community. So let me start by saying she has a huge expectation because
Yeah.
she is from the Miss Universe country, right? Andrea
Right.
Meza recently won, and I think she was the runner-up of Andrea. Am I right to say this? I
I
think they
believe so.
competed at the same
Yes.
pageant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for me, huge expectation. I really like her. I thought she's absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, I'm not sure she could get the possible back-to-back. I'm still not sure on that. What do you think?
I'm sure of it.
Uh-huh.
I just don't. And I'm not trying to be, cocky or negative or anything like that. I just don't think that a back to back is plausible in this
Yeah,
day and age.
right.
It's just not possible. Like it's just not possible. I think that, and it sucks, for her
Yeah,
because she's a strong candidate, but
yes, of course
she's
she is.
participating in the year after her country wins.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be really difficult. I mean, it's an uphill battle.
Mhm.
I don't just because I'm not going to detract from her just because of that situation. Because I think
Right.
she's a very beautiful girl. Honestly, I
Mhm.
think she's more beautiful than the current Miss Universe. That's just my opinion. I do believe that the current Miss Universe is beautiful, but I think I like
Yeah.
her beauty better.
Right.
And it's nothing personal. I don't know. I just it's unfortunate that she's participating this
Yeah.
year because I think maybe possibly even next year she could have done even better at Miss Universe because you know
Yeah. And I'm not sure if you noticed this, but when the country wins Miss Universe, the next year girl doesn't really perform as much, the placement wise. If you remember South Africa, remember what
yeah,
happened to her last year? Zoe won, and Natasha,
heartbreaking.
who all of us loved, truly
Hmm.
admired, she did not even make top 20, which was like, what? It was
I
super
mean,
unexpected.
yeah, no, like that's an amazing example right there because I swore Natasha was
Hmm.
top three. I mean, I just like the
Same.
she was eloquent, beautiful, sweet,
Hmm.
approachable, prepared, and then she didn't even place, and I was shocked because I thought she was one
Absolutely.
of the strongest candidates for
Yep.
2020. So I mean, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate, because again, this girl Deborah is a strong candidate, but that doesn't mean that you're going to classify just because your country won the
Yeah.
previous year. And South Africa is a
Yeah.
perfect example of that.
I agree. And just basing on Miss Deborah, I think she's beautiful, but like you said, it is very unfortunate that she has to compete after her country wins Miss Universe.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think she's beautiful. For me, she gives more of Miss International vibe than Miss Universe. I'm not sure if you agree with it because
Mm.
she can easily win. If she's, let's say, doesn't win this year, and let's say they send her to Miss International next year, I can possibly see
Yeah.
her winning Miss
I can see
International.
that. I can see
It
that.
could
I
be
can
a,
definitely
a
see that.
smart strategy if they want to win another title. I think in place of Miss Universe, I can see her Miss International. So how
I,
much will you give her out
I'm
of
going to give
10?
her an 8.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good number. I'll also give her, let's go for 8. Yeah, I think 8 is a decent number for her.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have Nicaragua. And
Yep. It's
is it
Allison
loading?
Wassmer.
Okay, got it.
I have the list
Allison
of names.
Wassmer. Okay, just making sure we are not missing anyone. Allison Wassmer, 26 years old. Okay, it says here, let's say education. Okay, so she's a woman of faith. She believes in God, and it says here that she studied graphic design with a scholarship, and she's passionate about ballet, different types of dance like jazz, contemporary, and a belly dancer. So, what do you think of Miss Allison?
I
Interesting.
think those are very interesting, backgrounds. I think she's actually one of the prettier girls from like her beauty just speaks to me from the countries that don't normally place all the
Yeah.
time. But unfortunately, it's like I said, it's the same kind of story with Ecuador, El
Hmm.
Salvador, and Guatemala, where I just don't
Hmm.
think that this is their year to really place at Miss Universe. And it's really difficult because, to be honest, last year was one of my favorite Miss Nicaraguas ever, Ana Marcelo,
Yes,
which was
I agree.
absolutely stunningly beautiful. And she got, a top, I don't even remember, top 20.
I think 20.
So,
Yeah. Yep.
and then she was, again, very strong candidate. So I don't think that she will outperform Anna. You know?
Yeah, hopefully, like I said, viewers of this video don't think we are
Yeah.
being sore, but like you said, Nicaragua is a smaller country in terms of pageantry, and last year they did so well. Like
Yeah.
Anna was like she truly performed in the swimsuit competition and
Yeah.
top 20. I thought it was quite well deserved. This
Yeah.
year she has a great background. Allison, like reading her profile, it's
She does.
amazing. She's really interesting, but like you said, I'm not convinced. I'm not, unless like she performs really well during the
Right.
activities and the preliminary competition. But at the moment, I'm not so convinced with Miss Allison. So how much will you give her out of
I'm
10?
going to give her a 5.
5. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 50%.
Yeah.
Based on her bio, I think it's quite interesting. I'll give her 5.5. Let's take
Okay.
that. All right, next up. Ooh, okay, it's a fan favorite, I must say. I think she's the most popular one, so right
I
on
think so.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to her profile. Paraguay. P. There you go. Nadia Ferraria. Is that like the car? Is her last name like
No.
a car?
It's Ferreira.
Oh, Pereira. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I was
It's
like, it
okay.
sounds like a very famous car brand. I was
Ferrari.
like, is
Yeah.
she like, yeah, is she from like a very big family? Anyway, so Nadia, 22 years old. She is an international model who has worked for many different brands, and she has also graced the cover of Vogue and
Wow.
a lot of different international magazines. So for me, I have to be honest, when I saw how the appointed, right, the crowning photo, I was
Yeah.
like, wow. She reminded me so much of Miss Universe 2006, Zuleika Rivera. Am I the only one who's getting that? At least on the crowning
Interesting.
picture, especially the slick back look and the outfit she was
Yeah.
wearing. I was like, she's giving me Miss Universe vibe. What do you think
Okay.
of her?
I think
Miss Nadia.
she's absolutely stunning. She has one of the
Absolutely.
best faces of this competition. I think, if
Yeah.
not like the most commercial face, which is obvious because she's a model. She's
Yeah.
been
Of course.
on a lot of magazines and such.
Yeah.
Nadia is beautiful, and I definitely see her as a top contender for the crown this year, which is amazing because I do love to see big countries, or I like to see countries that don't normally do well at Miss
Yep.
Universe do well. And I think that this is a year that Paraguay could really show up and make it top 3, top 5. I really do think that she
Possible.
has it, and I feel like she is approachable as well. Like she's not super, she's not intimidating.
Mhm.
She's an
Yeah.
approachable candidate, and the only thing is, sometimes her beauty can come off as too beautiful, like untouchable,
Yeah.
and a
Yeah.
little cold. I'm not saying that this is anything that she's doing. It's just because she's so gorgeous, it could be like a double-sided
I
edge or
agree.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but strong, very strong.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like Paraguay did a 360 because if you
Mm-hmm.
remember last year, there was a huge controversy
Oh, yeah,
regarding Miss Universe Paraguay. And I feel like they did a complete 360 in a positive way. And I feel
yeah.
like they are setting a stunner. Like I said, she reminds me a little bit like a mix of Zuleika Rivera and Angelina Jolie. I don't know if
I
it's
can see
just
that.
me.
I
Yeah,
can
it's like a
definitely see
really
that.
good mix of like one of the most beautiful women in the
Yeah,
universe, right?
seriously.
Angelina Jolie. So for me, I have a huge expectation from her. I'm
I
not
do.
really sure on her communication skills. I haven't actually heard her speak English, so I'm not completely sold on the communication skills yet. But just based on her profile and how incredible her modeling background has been, she has graced international covers. That's
Right.
literally what Miss Universe does, right? Working as Miss Universe, that's what you
Right.
expect. So I would give her, let's go for 8.5 because, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about her communication skills. But if Miss Universe is smart, I feel like giving her either the crown or like really high placement would be a very smart marketing strategy because Paraguay has
Absolutely.
not been placing since 2006, if I'm not wrong. So it's
Yeah.
been over a decade.
And she was gorgeous too.
Yeah.
2006 Paraguay was absolutely gorgeous. Now I did see her the other day. Miss You updates.
Yeah.
She did a takeover, and I did hear her speaking skills in English. I thought they were good. I need to see more, but I think they were
Okay.
good. They were good enough to, she
Yeah.
communicated fine. So,
Okay.
but I would say that I would give her a 9.5.
Ooh, I think that's the highest you've given so far.
Yes, so far is my highest.
Before,
Yes.
yeah, before it was 9.25 for Colombia. All right. So
Yes.
we like her, right? We can, I think, just by the scores, we like Miss Paraguay.
Absolutely.
Huge favorite, and I'm sure a lot of people can agree with us. So after Paraguay, we have, Peru.
Mhm.
Ooh, another one with P. Remember, is it only me or like the countries with P are very strong countries? Peru,
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, Philippines. It seems
Philippines. Yeah.
like very strong countries are in a row.
It's a
All
strong
right.
letter. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go for Miss Peru. Her name is Lely
Yeah.
Rivera.
Yeli.
Yeli Rivera,
Yeli.
25 years old, says here she's an advocate for personal growth through physical, emotional, and spiritual development, and that's something that she does every single day for her company, the Success Clinic, that provides that type of service. And she's a graduate of business administration and marketing. Fun fact: I think she is the sister of the former Miss Peru, right?
Yep. Miss
2019.
Peru 2019. Yes.
Yeah. That's an interesting fact. What do you think of her?
I think she's very pretty. I don't think that she will outperform Janique Maceta. That's just my personal
Last year,
opinion.
yeah.
Right. And I actually don't even think that she's going to outperform Kelin. And I'm saying this because Kelin Rivera, her sister, was honestly, she's probably my favorite Miss Peru ever. I think she's just one of the most stunning faces from her country that I've ever seen. And she just radiates elegance.
Absolutely.
And I love Kelin. I love her sister. I unfortunately don't see the same. I'm not saying she's ugly. Obviously, she's a gorgeous woman too, but I just don't get the same from her. And I just don't see her outperforming either Janique or Kelin in this case, unfortunately.
And I have to agree with you because I feel like a lot of people, especially people, they were like a good proportion of people who are not happy with the results last edition of Miss Universe, and a lot of us were rooting for Miss Peru because we felt like she did a really great job in terms of speaking skills. Her answers were tremendously, really well. I feel like she outperformed everyone, at least in the question and answer department. And because the bar has been set this high, she was in top 3, right? She was second runner up. It is so high that the next girl, whoever comes after her from Peru, needs to either do even better than her, because if she doesn't outperform Janique, it's literally like kind of, I don't want to say going downhill, but it's a huge expectation we have from Peru now, because they did really well. Unfortunately, I don't really see her placing. Is it too harsh to say that?
Nope, because I actually agree with
Latin America are very strong this year, and like you said, her sister did also a really good job. She's beautiful, and she did an amazing job in 2019. I loved her evening out performance, but I feel like this year Miss Peru had they crowned. Oh God, what's her name? Miss Grand. Oh my God, tip of my mouth. Miss Grand Peru. I feel like they could have actually had the moment to get a top 10, like at least a top 10.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I was a little bit disappointed with the result. What do you think?
I was disappointed as well. I'm going to give her a 6.5.
6.5, okay. I think that's valid. I'll give us 5.5.
Okay.
Okay, now it's your country, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico!
Okay, let's give her profile. Okay, B. There you go. Her name is Miss Puerto Rico. Her name is Michelle Marie Colon, 21 years old. She is currently completing her double major in biology and pre-med with the hopes of continuing a career in medicine with a specialty in, is that skincare? Dermatology. Yeah.
Dermatology,
She's also the current president of the International Students Association of her university. And I think, fun fact, I believe she's the tallest girl this year, right? She's 6 feet.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, go on. You could be biased as much as you want. It's fine.
I mean, it's difficult. It's so funny because like people are like, oh, it's because it's your country, this and this. Not. Right. It's not my fault. We're sending amazing delegates, okay? No, but I mean, to be in all humbleness and humility, I am so proud of Michelle. I think she's an incredible candidate. I think she has the whole package. I think she needs to be a little careful about not getting overexcited when answering questions. But I think that she is a candidate. I mean, she's just... I remember in 2019, when she was 19 years old, I saw a picture of her next to Madison and Kiara at some Mitsubishi event in Puerto Rico. And I messaged her and I said, you are stunning. You need to go to Miss Universe Puerto Rico because you're going to win. I said that to her in 2019. And, she responded very sweetly. She was always very humble. Like, we talked a little bit. And that's when when I knew she was going to go back to, go to Miss Universe Puerto Rico, I said, wow, she is a strong contender for the crown. Not only Puerto Rico, but Miss Universe. And I don't know, before I joined you, I was watching a live with her and Natalie Glavova. And Michelle, I mean, Natalie was like, I feel like I'm speaking to a possible Miss Universe here. And I'm like, ooh. I mean, I'm not, these are words that Natalie said, an actual former Miss Universe said, I could be speaking to an actual Miss Universe right now. Wow. So that's all I have to say about her. I love Michelle. Super proud of her.
Right. As a non-Puerto Rican person myself, I mean, you guys can't tell I'm Asian. So as an international viewer, I'm a huge fan. I think it's kind of obvious if you've been following my page for long enough. I love
Mhm.
Puerto Rican queens. I don't know what you guys eat, what's in the water, but Puerto Rico sends incredible girls, not only to Miss Universe, even Miss Grand. We were just talking about, remember Miss Grand Puerto Rico, who just arrived Thailand,
Yeah.
and she's so impressive. Like that personality is so captivating. And
Yeah.
talk about Michelle, wow. When I saw her performance, I was like, oh my god, this girl is so tall. She's literally looks like a statue, like a living goddess, literally.
Yes.
Michelle. Beauty is for me 10 out of 10. I'm still not sure about her communication skills. I haven't really heard her speak English, so I can't really say much on her communication skills, but stage presence, absolutely. I am excited to see her performance.
Yeah.
You know, there are some countries that are like, okay, I'm excited to see how she'll perform in Brunei.
Yeah.
For me, she's one of those girls because I know she will perform really well.
Yeah, and you're gonna have
And
to go on Natalie Glabova's page and watch the
I'll
live
check it out.
because you're gonna agree with me. But I mean, I saw Michelle in person at Miss Universe Puerto
Right.
Rico this year participate, and then seeing her in person, just like on that runway, is just
Right.
it's mesmerizing. It's mesmerizing.
I can imagine.
The confidence
So
is crazy.
yeah, I agree. One feedback I would have to give her is definitely sometimes because she's from Puerto Rico. You guys are a huge pageant country. Sometimes she could come across a little bit too perfect, and maybe like if
Yeah.
she can ease down and be a little bit more relatable, I feel like that could bring more people to her because like
Yeah.
I said, she's tall, and when you're a tall, stunning woman, some people could feel like, oh my god, like she's too
Intimidated.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
intimidating. So because she's already has the looks, has the whole package, if she could be a little bit more relatable and yeah, warm to people, I feel like that could really work because that's one of the reasons I was getting a lot of comments from Puerto Rican people saying, why did I not have her picture in my top official portrait? Because I feel like she's beautiful, she's young and fresh. I feel that the official portrait was a bit too heavy for me, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like the hair and makeup, which you can see on the screen. So if she could, tone out a little bit and become a little bit more fresh, because she's only 21, right? She's
Yeah.
really young.
21.
Yeah, I feel like it could really work for her because Madison, for me, was one of my favorite Miss
Yeah.
Puerto Rico ever, and she has an amazing charm, very fresh. So yeah, if she
She
could just get a
reminds me
little
of
bit of advice,
She reminds me
yeah,
of Madison in that
I see
regard,
it.
and in that like pageantry, in that like
Mm,
perfection type thing.
yeah.
Um, I do have to say though, because a lot of people wrote me on Facebook about her portrait. Um,
Mm.
my understanding is that who picks these pictures is actually the Miss Universe organization. So
Ooh, okay.
each country sends in
Uh-huh.
like 3 pictures, and then who decides what picture gets posted on the website is the Miss Universe organization,
Oh
not
wow,
the national
right.
country. Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah.
So how much will you give her out of 10?
I'm gonna give her a
Be
nine point
honest.
five. I'm gonna give her a
Okay,
9.5, only because I mean no candidate is perfect, but I do think that
absolutely.
between her and Paraguay from Latin America this year, or from just the Americas, I think they're the strongest two in my opinion for the crown, at least from the continent of the Americas.
I agree. I think she's doing really well. I'll also give her 9. Let's go for 9.4 because, like I
Okay,
said, I'm not sure about. I haven't heard her speak English, so I'm not really sure in the communication
go watch that
department.
live.
Yeah, I'll watch it and probably give her 1.1 after this.
Yeah,
So the next one, she's the last delegate from the Latin American countries. She is Venezuela, so powerhouse country. She's the last one.
Venezuela.
Let's scroll all the way down. Okay, so Miss Venezuela is Louise Martiran,
Yeah.
25 years old. She says she's the youngest of the 7 siblings in her
Wow.
family, and she values rich tradition. She has received a bachelor's degree in communication with an honors from the Andres Bello Catholic University, and now she works with the communication director for the CEO's international app that provides innovative learning skills. And her advocacy is again regarding the HIV and AIDS prevention, education, and gender equality. So go for it. It's a big country. It's a big, big country.
It is.
Venezuela.
It is a big country that unfortunately hasn't really been performing well the last couple of years.
Mhm.
But I think that if there was a girl that can bring Venezuela back to the former glory days at Miss Universe, is Lisette. At least
I-
from the 2020 class,
yes.
besides who was my winner in Miss Venezuela 2020 was Alejandra Conde, which we all know is going to compete at Miss World. I think she
Mhm.
was the best candidate, but she may win Miss World. In regards to Louise Matarana, I think she's beautiful.
Yep.
She reminds me of a classic Venezuelan beauty. That's what
Yeah.
she reminds me of. And I have huge admiration for Venezuela because, like, I mean, they're probably the most crowned country in the world from all the
Yeah.
pageants. So, I think that she has a great chance. I need to see more of her speaking in English, but I
Yeah.
think that she's a very strong contender from the Americas, and
Absolutely.
I cannot see a top 20 without her. I really can't.
I agree. I mean, she's from Venezuela, and remember, there's a famous saying, "Venezuela is Venezuela," which literally means they
Literally
cannot
that.
get it. Yeah, like no international pageant can go without Venezuela actually making at least top 20 or top 10. And
Right.
I feel like this year, Louisa is a strong delegate. And just reading her bio, she's incredibly talented. And I feel like her advocacy is very fitted with the Miss Universe organization because she's
Hmm.
working with people who have HIV and AIDS, which I think is a very relevant topic.
Yeah.
And it's very important, especially with Miss Universe organization. And I actually saw Miss Venezuela, and wow, first of all, it doesn't even feel like a national pageant, let me tell you. It feels like
Yeah.
an international pageant. Like these girls are incredibly stunning. The
Yeah.
gowns, the swimsuits, the production is literally, might I say, sometimes even better than Miss Universe, at least 2019 compared to 2019. I was like, some of
Yeah.
them is like, yeah, it's really good. Top
It's
tier.
crazy because you see a lot of girls that are really prepared. Like, it's not just
Yeah.
like, oh, there's a one favorite that could possibly win. No, there's like
No,
10
no,
girls that could go to Miss Universe
yeah.
any year. The only thing that I would say about Luisette is that I just think that they need to be really careful with her styling because
Yeah.
sometimes it could be a little heavy for my
Yeah.
taste, a little too dark
Yeah.
with her makeup. But I think that other than that, I think that, and again, I need to see a little bit more in English, but I think
Yeah.
that I see her top 10 for now, maybe top 5. I just need to see a little bit more, but I think I'm more leaning on the top 10 part.
I think top 10 is definitely possible because, first of all, she's from Venezuela. We have really, really high expectation from her. And we
Mhm.
know that she can perform. At least for me, I can definitely confirm she can perform. And that was in 2000, was it 2020, right? Miss Venezuela, she competed. It was a while ago. Which
Yeah,
means,
she competed, 2020.
yeah, which means she has at least 2 years to prepare, around 2 years
Right.
to prepare for Miss Universe. So I have huge expectation from her. I
Same.
will give her maybe 8.5. How much will you
Yep.
give her?
8.5, I think, is a great score to give her.
All right. So let's put 8.5, 8.5. So yeah, we have come to the end. Okay, now this is a hard one
Oh, God.
because I want you to be very honest and give me your top five out of all these girls. I don't know
Okay.
if you have been checking the scores, but it could be any. It doesn't even have to be according to the scores.
Okay. I can definitely do that. I think that I'm gonna go by alphabetical order.
Okay,
Um,
perfect.
Brazil,
Yep.
Colombia, Puerto Rico, Paraguay,
Mm-hmm.
and Venezuela.
Yeah, I think that's a quite strong top five.
Yep.
I agree with you. Let's see mine. Okay, so for me, I'll give it to Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Puerto Rico, and Venezuela. As much as I really like Paraguay, I'm not really like I said, that speaking skills for me is like a huge thing.
Yeah.
She's in my like maybe top six, but I still am not sure. So at the moment, those are my top five from this region.
Honestly, I could go for Bolivia or Paraguay, either one of
Yeah.
the two. I would love to see Bolivia speak English just to see how
Mhm.
well she communicates, but I feel like I could just switch them out basically. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's a great top 5. Great top 5.
Yeah, I feel like we have very similar top, except
Yes.
one. We have very similar.
Right. Awesome. I'm
In
so
the
excited.
Yeah, so like, how do you feel about Miss Universe happening so soon? And also, I want to talk about Miss World because it's happening in
Yeah.
your country. So
Yes.
first Miss Universe, then Miss World.
Sure. So I'm really, really happy that Miss Universe is here again. I've been really fortunate to be able to attend the last 2 Miss Universes, 2019 and 2020. They've been really close to where I live, and I've been blessed with just being able to go. So Unfortunately, I'm not going this year. It's way too far, and it's in
Is it
Christmas
Israel?
time. Yeah,
Right.
it's in Israel. It's like Christmas time, so it's just like the worst time to travel for anybody here in the States because of Christmas. But
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I feel like it's I don't know. I was very disappointed because I know that people are going to be like, oh, you always say that because it's your country, but I really thought that Estefania, Miss Puerto Rico 2020, would have been in top 5 minimum because her speaking skills are, I think, one of the best of last year. Right.
I agree with you. I think we kind of talked about this before.
Yeah.
I was heartbroken. Like Puerto Rico and Thailand, they should be in top five.
Oh my God, I
No,
know.
nothing against the girls who
I
made it to the top five.
know.
I was like, why is Puerto Rico and Thailand not in top five? Like they're literally like outperformed so many girls. Nothing
Yeah.
against the top five, but I was like, are we looking at the same show? Remember, we were
Right.
like, oh my god, like, why is Puerto Rico not there? I was even like texting. I was like, wait, is this the actual top five? We were like, oh, I'm not so sure now.
Yeah, no, I was there and I just remember looking at my friend and looking at him and just being like, where are we? Like, what is this? What's happening right now? Because I really do think,
Yeah,
honestly, Thailand and Puerto Rico were one of the strongest in the evening gown competition.
yeah,
I think, like, I know that a lot. I know that the Puerto Rican gown, the white gown, is a little controversial
yeah,
because I feel like people are very divided. But I just love the fact that it was so different, and I don't
yeah.
think that was the reason why she didn't get in top
No,
5.
definitely not. I mean, even if people did not like the white one, I actually thought it was really unique. That
Yeah.
green dress, come on,
Oh,
you're not
yeah.
telling me that green outfit, the performance she did that was not worthy, okay? Come on, you can't even say
Seriously.
that.
Seriously. And my favorite part of the white dress, the
Yeah,
final night was that
yeah,
half turn. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like that's something I've never seen, and it could be wrong, but like when she did the half turn and she turned back around into the camera, I was like, oh my God, give it to me. That was amazing. I love it.
Yeah,
I want to see more I want to see more things like that on the runway because I feel like
yeah,
it can tend to be this. I mean, there's only so much you can do.
yeah.
But that half turn just like blew me away because I just wasn't expecting it.
I agree. And I think like I know like some people might be a little bit more traditional in terms of gowns, but I would love to see more unconventional gowns
Yeah,
like that because like you said, we're seeing very similar gowns. I'm not sure if you notice, a lot of the
yeah,
gowns are very symimilar.
yeah.
It's high slit dress with either like a sweetheart neckline or just like a strapless, not strapless, asymmetrical. I'm like,
Right.
I've seen this so many times. Like, give me different. And when I saw Puerto Rico's white dress, I was like, that's something I haven't really seen much in pageantry. So for me, I liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and even the green dress, the green
Yeah,
dress reminded me of like early 2000s where there
yeah,
was a lot of I mean it wasn't the same because it wasn't like a print dress, it
yeah.
was a solid color, but I remember back in 20 something, 2005,
Mhm.
2006, there were a lot of dresses that were very fluid and just like
Flowing.
print.
Yeah,
Print. There
yeah,
was print, there was
yeah.
color, and that
Mhm.
green dress forever. I just love that green dress so much. It's one of my favorite dresses from Puerto Rico ever. It's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
What about the upcoming 70th Miss World? I feel like we are being spoiled. We are being spoiled rotten, especially as international pageant fans, because we have Miss Grand First happening in Thailand. Miss
Hmm.
World is now soon in Puerto Rico, and
Yeah.
Miss Universe in Israel at the same time.
Yeah, it's
What do you think of Miss
crazy.
World? Miss
What I
World.
think is that we're not going to be able to sleep. That's what I think.
I
Um,
agree.
we're not going to be able to sleep. At least two of those pageants are closer to you, so I feel
Yeah.
like you have a little better chance of sleeping. Um, I am so proud of Stephanie Del Valle because I know this
Mhm,
is something that she's been working on for 3 years now to get
mhm.
Miss World to come to Puerto Rico, and it's the first time that Miss World is celebrated in the Americas.
Right.
So I just think that it's just a huge honor, a huge honor. Today I was watching a live where they were picking because the Puerto Rican designers, they're
Mhm.
gonna dress all of the girls. So each designer has 2 girls, and they were
Right.
picking the names out of a jar, and just at
Random.
random.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just I don't know, it's just like so exciting, and it's just I feel like this is like what Miss World needs, like to be infused
Absolutely.
with some Latin flavor and just like give
Yeah.
us swimsuits again and give us some like flavor. Give us
Finally,
I know.
each beauty has been removed. Did you know like how long it has been removed for? I think it was after Indonesia. They
I
had
don't
like some sarong thing, which was not
Yeah,
a swimsuit. That's not a swimsuit. I will
it's
not
not.
consider that.
It is
I was
not.
like, yeah, Miss World, what is happening? I feel like when I heard Beach Beauty is coming back, I was like, finally. It feels like
Yeah,
Miss World is finally listening to the fans.
yeah.
And thanks to, was it Stephanie said, who
Hmm.
brought the Miss World to Puerto Rico? Thank you, Miss World, for doing that.
Seriously,
Because we need something for us fans to be like, actually entertained. Because
right?
for me, like Miss World was kind of going a little bit downhill because it
Yeah.
felt like a speaking competition more than a pageantry.
Hmm.
But hopefully this year we'll be like, okay, 70th edition, let's do something in Puerto Rico, which is more
Right.
exciting than the previous.
Yeah, no, it is. And one of the things that I have to say about the swimsuit, like I know everybody, you know, people consider it sexist and stuff like that to parade these women around, but I think
Yeah,
there's something beautiful and empowering and
yeah,
just celebrating your body and
mhm,
you know, it doesn't matter what shape you are. If you're on that
yeah,
stage and you feel confident, then go ahead and do it. And they don't all have to be a two-piece swimsuit. They don't have to be
no,
a
of course
one-piece.
not.
It could be
Yeah,
sportswear, you know,
yeah,
anything that the girl feels comfortable in. I feel
yeah,
like that should be enough for them to do it. And I'm just
I agree.
so happy that this is happening because we need it.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, I do follow Miss World too, but I'm a huge diehard Miss Universe fan. And when I was watching the recent Miss World, I was getting very much like, is this still going on? Like, you know, when you're watching
Yeah,
something
yeah,
that is like halfway there, you're not completely like excited about it. So hopefully this time Puerto Rican production gives us a little bit of flavor. Like we need that
yes,
Latin flavor.
we definitely do.
In the end, Oscar, do you have anything you want to say to our viewers watching this video? It's been an hour we've been talking.
Yeah. No, I just want to thank you so much for the opportunity. You know, anytime I have a chance to talk about the things that we love, I'm always down for it. So thank you so much for the opportunity. Follow me on my Instagram, Bellezas Boricuas. It's just right there. I do cover mostly Puerto Rican queens, but I love to, you know, also talk about international queens from any country because we need to celebrate beauty from every place in this world.
Absolutely. And make sure to follow him on his social media. You can see on the screen. Also, we have another video coming soon for Miss Universe. Oscar and a few of
Yes.
my other friends will doing the review for the preliminary competition in about 3 weeks, right? Just
Yes.
before, like, yeah, just before the finale. So I'm really excited for that because when
Me
we
too.
do the group session, we're like,
Tack, tack, tack,
because
tack,
we are
tack.
so different. Literally, no one is stopping because there are four people in